everybody, I'm Minerva from Sugarland Branch Library. In this video, I'm gonna show you the basics of how to make your first cross stitch project, the materials you need, and how to make the stitch. Let's get started.
And let's start with the materials we need for our project. First, we need the fabric, and the Aida fabric is the best to use as it has squares and visible stitching holes. This fabric is available in many counts. What do I mean by count? The count is the number of squares in each inch. Like if I want to count the number of squares of this fabric per inch, it's gonna be 14 squares. So then I recommend for beginners to use either 14 or even 11 count fabric, as the squares are big enough to recognize what you are stitching and easy to see the holes. Also, you need the floss, and this is DMC floss. DMC is the brand of the floss. It comes in skeins or in spools, and it's up to you to use whatever you want for your project. Also, you need the needle, and this needle is a tapestry needle. It comes in large eye and blonde tip. Also, the needles come in different sizes. This one is size 24. As the bigger the size of the needle, the smaller the needle is. This is an embroidery scissors. And this is a hoop. The hoop comes in different shapes or different sizes. Some people like to use the hoop for their projects, and others feel more comfortable stitching without using the hoop. Also, you need the pattern. The pattern guides you to stitch your design and to copy what you have on paper into your fabric. And the pattern that we have for today's project is this heart. Now, let's see how to make the cross stitch. Here is the Aida fabric, and I want to copy this heart from the design chart into the fabric. I'm not gonna use the hoop. As I said, I'm one of the people that feel comfortable stitching without the hoop. First, thread your needle, and your thread is not supposed to be longer than 15 inches. I'm gonna place the needle in this hole like this. And I'll leave a tail in the back and hold it. A little tail like this, because I don't want to make any knots and I have to secure my stitches. Diagonally to the top right hole, I'm gonna place the needle like this and make sure to let it go over the tail, and we'll place the needle again into the hole below that hole. Making sure that my thread is underneath the stitch. To the same direction, I'm gonna place this is half stitch. So my other half stitch, I will place the needle diagonally to the top right in the same direction, and do same thing. Make sure that the tail is underneath the stitch, and the needle will go up through the hole just below this hole. For my third half stitch, I'm gonna go diagonally to the top right, let my stitch go down, and what is left from my tail, from the tail, I'm gonna go over it to make sure that my stitches are secured and my thread is tightened. Now I have finished the first half of these 3 stitches. To complete the stitches, I wanna change the direction, and I will go to the top left hole diagonally, and I will put my needle and let it go down and into the hole below exactly. So now I'm going over the tail, so making it more secured, and going diagonally into the top of the fabric. Now the first stitch is fully completed, and the X is really look good and nice. For the second one, I'll go again diagonally to the top left and put my needle down and put it again to the top through the hole below it, and here my third half stitch. Now it's completed to be a fully cross stitch. If you want to go to your second row, so you have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna go down here and do my second row. I'll go to the top right, and my needle is gonna go down into the fabric and place it to the top again into the hole below it, and to the same direction I will go with my second half, and just exactly below that hole I will place my needle again to the top and diagonally to the top right. That's my third half. And this is the 4 half stitch, again diagonally, and have it up to the top right again. Now I have 5 stitches. I'm gonna complete my 5 stitches to be full cross stitch like this, to the left direction and place it here, and again to the left diagonally, and my other second stitch is completed, and the third one is completed too. And that's the 4th, and I'm finishing now my 5th stitch for the second row. Okay, so now I have neat completed cross stitch, and I can continue the same way to complete my design and my heart into the fabric. By this, I hope will be helpful and you're gonna be able to complete your first project in an easy way. Enjoy your first cross stitch project and thank you for watching.